Hello everybody, Randy Hilarski coming at you from Edinburgh, Scotland. I'm in Inverleith Park, not too far from the water, botanical gardens across the street where we just spent our morning enjoying a nice walk and their cafes. Well, I like in Edinburgh, it's a nice place. I really had high expectations for this city. Heard so many good stories about it. I like it, but I'm not in love with it. I actually liked York better. York was smaller, didn't have to take buses everywhere. As a tourist, we don't have a rental vehicle, so we're using the bus to get around. It's about $4.50 per person per day for as many hop on and hop offs as you want with the local bus system. But the city is very nice. I think it'd be better for single people or people without children. And obviously we have our 4-year-old with us, so we spend a lot of time at parks. Probably be here for the next hour and a half or so. But I want to make a piece of content because I saw a really good video that my mom recommended that Crypto Coffee did with a gentleman who does a form of numerology and TA, and I thought it was really good. And he brought up something that I had totally forgotten about, and I think it's really important to discuss here because we're coming to a critical point in the cycle. This year is something called a Shemitah year in the Hebrew calendar, and I'm not going to go into all what it means, but traditionally at the end of a Shemitah year, which is in September, there's a cleansing, like kind of like a forgiveness of debt, and some big things happen. And there's usually a big stock market collapse, or to go back to 2008, it was the real estate collapse where the markets just tanked. And then we had 2001, we had the dot-com bubble. So every 7 years there's kind of a washing out. And back when I was working with Jeff Berwick of Dollar Vigilante, Jeff used to always focus on the Shemitah years. And prior to me rage quitting last September, that was the beginning of the Shemitah year, Jeff was beginning to talk about it again. And when I saw Crypto Coffee's video, it reminded me. So I am going to tread cautiously in September and October due to the end of the Shemitah year, because that's in the past, that's when things got really nasty. Are we going to have a stock market collapse? Are we going to have a real estate collapse? I'm not just talking about the U.S. This could happen anywhere. The last cycle, the last seven years back, it didn't really affect the U.S. that much, but other parts of the world did have their issues. So, again, I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see if I can zoom in. Yeah. Here, let me do it the other way. Ooh. Can you see the castle? That's the castle up on the hill. It's amazing. It's a fortress. You know, the Scots, they like to beat the shit out of each other traditionally. So they have tons of castles all over this country. I love it. Let me zoom out. Yeah, so I wanted to bring that up, and I don't know what's going to happen with the Pulse Chain launch. I think the narrative now is that since there is some updates going on with Pulse Chain, and Richard's saying it's going to be delayed a little bit, and he's hiring devs for the wallet, or he's got a bunch of devs for the wallet now. His video, everyone's been sharing his video of when he said that he likes to launch during a bear market. Is Richard timing the market? There's lots of stuff that we could look into, dive into. But I don't want to speculate too much. It'll get here when it gets here. Is he going to wait till after Shemitah? He seems to understand numbers. Richard's a smart cookie. Maybe the ultimate goal now is October to launch Pulse Chain, right when the things are the worst of the worst. Possibly the worst of the worst. Traditionally it has been. So I'm not going to discount it. People might say it's just circumstance. Nah. The more I look into the world, the older I get, there's less and less circumstantial stuff. It just happens, man. This stuff's planned out. This is what we do. Humans. We have cycles. We follow these cycles. You know, and HEX is not impervious to this. I know there's lots of HEX bulls. Yes, the HEX price is going to go up. It's going to go up big. But there's some cleansing that needs to happen within the HEX community, and we're seeing it happen right now. We're seeing some pretty big sharks and whales who've been selling off. I know I've been moving up as a dolphin. Just in the last couple months, I think I've moved up about 20 spots. So that's pretty substantial for me. I don't know where you guys are. Imagine the squids, when somebody moves up, they move up by multiples. So you're probably going up like 40 or 50 spaces over the course of a month or two. So what do I think is going to happen when Pulse Chain launches for the HEX price? Well, even though I know a lot of people don't like Rackham, I think that he was right when he said it's going to be more like a stock split, whereas the EHEX price might tank and the PX price will be a little bit higher. But in the end, they're going to average out, especially with the bridges. So I wouldn't fret too much, unless you're looking to trade and pay off bills right now. You shouldn't be carrying. You should be like, hey, how much can I get on both sides? And I made it clear that my goal is to stack up on EHEX. I'll have enough PHEX, right? I want that EHEX. I want you guys to dump. I want you guys to put it under a penny, because the ETH fees don't bother me. I know they bother some folks, but they don't bother me. So I think the whales and the sharks and dolphins are going to be eating up that EHEX just because we have the ETH to be able to pay for the fees when it's time to unstake. So be prepared. It's going to be very interesting next few months. I'm kind of glad I'm on vacation. I'm even more happy that I don't have my keys with me. I can't make any rash decisions. Just ride it out and have fun. And I'll keep you guys updated if I hear anything. That Crypto Coffee, he did a great interview the other night. Go back and watch it. The gentleman he was interviewing, I can't remember his name, but you know, I'm now followed to him. I'm subscribed on YouTube to hear what he has to say, because I happen to believe in the type of stuff he's talking about and the lunar cycles and all that. So pay attention. I hope everyone's doing well. My next video will be coming at you probably from Inverness up north. Maybe I'll get a shot of Nessie for you. All right. Cheers, everybody.